There are no two Ayah Ayahs, there is just one Ayah Ayah. So for those who are doubting who is writing, you can see very clearly that my account has not been hacked. I am the one writing, and I mean every word of what I'm saying. So good morning to all those who are watching, or good evening to those who are far. This is Nigeria, preparing to return to base. I cannot believe what I'm reading from people. I cannot believe I just said I should put up a post. Even people who have talked with me, I am talking with them on Messenger, and they are writing on my posts that my account has been hacked. My account has not been hacked. Nobody has hacked my account. This is me talking. This is me. I'm free. There is no gun here. I could even turn the camera around so that people can see there is no gun here. I'm the one talking. Ayah Ayah. My face has not changed. If you cannot see me clearly, you could tell me. I could even undress. My face has not changed. It is me talking. I cannot be presenting the situation of suffering people. I'm speaking on behalf of very desperate people in Nigeria, here in Nigeria and back home, and people are instead firing stones against me. What kind of society are we trying to build why people don't want to hear the truth? What are we up to? We don't want to hear the truth. Let me just give a small example so that people just you're all wonderful people, please. You're all wonderful people. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You're all wonderful people. I'll just give a small example so that people should start setting things very straight. You get to a refugee camp. You're about to share what you brought for the refugees from the Southwesterners Association in Denmark. You're sharing what you brought to refugees. You call the leaders. You tell them to come and take what you've brought to the refugees and share with the refugees. And the refugees tell you that no leader is taking anything from here. That you, Ayah, we have a lot of respect for you. You better take these things home than let anybody here in Nigeria take this thing and share it to anybody. We are just respecting you, but if you want to insist, we'll go mad. If you are in Nigeria, go to the Ikom camp now as I'm talking, before I even leave, so we can settle scores there. Just go to the Ikom refugee camp and interview all the refugees there individually. And we'll know if Ayah is just making up a story because he wants to make friends or make favors. I'm not looking for favors or looking for friends here. I'm talking about suffering people. Our refugees are mothers that are pregnant and kids that need things that belong to them, and they cannot have the things because we approach somebody and the person is telling us, or a group of people, that they will share the things at the right time, at their own time. God, this is madness. At their own time. When is the right time? You have a woman who is pregnant, sleeping on the floor. A pregnant woman sleeping on the floor with kids. There are women that are watching this video. Do you know what it means for a pregnant woman, a woman awaiting child, carrying child in the stomach, to be sleeping on the floor or standing, whatever? And when you meet people and you're asking them, but what is this all about? The people are telling you they will share it at the right time. When is the right time to save the life of an unborn baby, or to keep a woman that is carrying child in good health so that she can safely put to birth her child? What is the right time? What are we talking about? We are here in the deep blue sea saying the sea is too deep, we cannot swim, we don't have life jackets to swim, and there is nobody to save us from this deep blue sea. We are sinking. We want a change of this, and at the same time we are moving towards a deep valley. How can we be preaching virtue and we are practicing vice? Tell me what can be the right time for a woman who needs a mattress to sleep on. What can be the right time? If not now that she needs the mattress to lie on the mattress. these people are calling me and threatening me. Wait for me. I'm coming into Cameroon today. Wait for me along the stretch and do whatever you want to do. It's not a problem. The truth hurts. The truth has to be spoken. It's truth. Truth is truth. Now, if there are anybody there, all those writing those comments, I'm nothing against you. You may be doing that out of ignorance. All those writing those comments. If you're in Nigeria, just move to the refugee camp there at Ikom and interview the people. They are the people who wanted to even bring up a fight. They told us if we insist that some people take those things, they will beat them up. There is my resource person for the Central region, Mr. Mbako Gilbert. You know him. He's there in social media. Ask him. He was there with us. Mbako Gilbert. That's the name. You guys know him. There is my national coordinator, Mr. Ikoge Francis Ndile. He's on the social media. You guys know him. Call him and ask. There's my wonderful sister, Evelyn Sue. She's on the social media too. Those are the three names. I can repeat them to you again if you've not gotten the names. We were there. All of us were there together. And our team of the major men we took along. I read the names again. Mr. Mbako Gilbert. He's on the social media. Mbako, M-B-A-K-U, Gilbert. Just connect with him now and ask him what happened there. Mr. Ikoge Francis, my national coordinator. Connect with him. Ask him what happened there at that camp. Sister Evelyn Sue, a wonderful lady, one of our resource persons of the Southwest region. Just get to her. They are all on the social media. So it shouldn't be as if I'm making up a story. There was almost a fight there, Ikom, in front of the kids. And even the kids are telling us that this is unacceptable. Now, what do you want us to do? We wanted to impose that the leaders take those things and show to the people. The people said, no, we rather take the things back to Cameroon. The Southwestern Association of Denmark has sent us to give things. Let us give the things to the people. So what do the people do? They overpower us. It's about democracy. It's about the people. The people make the leaders what they are. You there watching me around the world, you make me what I am. I don't impose on you. I cannot impose on you. Because without me, there is you. But without you, there cannot be me. It is about the people. What the people want. What do the people want? The people want that the things get to them and they share it themselves. Now we can only advise the people that let the leaders who possibly have a better understanding of what is happening on the ground get the things and share. But if the people don't want it and they're even ready to bring up a fight, then we let the people decide what they want to decide. And that's what happened there. They even went as far as telling us that they staged a strike action, and the leaders, that's their word, the leaders connived with the police, and the police got them beaten and tear gassed. If I am making up a story, call our people at Ikom, call them now, or you go there if you're in Nigeria, and you find out if I'm making up a story. I'm not looking for friends or popularity or power. I don't need that. I am talking about suffering people. You there watching are on your beds or in your comfort zones. I too have been all around the place. I'm going back to the country. But we are better off than those people. They are not in their country. They are begging to survive. If this is not about serving those people to keep them alive, then we stop this nonsense and let the people die there. But if it's about serving the people, you cannot tell me that there is a right time to give mattresses to people who are pregnant, who are sleeping on the floor, on the bed floor, or standing or sharing beds, maybe 5 or 6 people sharing beds. There is a right time to give them mattresses, which is not now. Which right time are you talking about? When they will be dead, like our 8 brothers that died and went and buried them last week? Is that the right time? Or when they will pick up pneumonia? Is that the right time? We all know the adverse effects of coal on women. You know what coal can do? Fever, malaria, on a woman who is keeping child. And you're telling me there's a right time to give them their mattresses. Someone even told me that the mattresses are too expensive. That they are hotel mattresses. That the mattresses need to be sold so that they can get cheaper ones to give the people who need mattresses. Listen to me. People have been keeping mattresses for months if the story is true. So our mothers would die of cold. Our mothers will have to wait for a right time. I don't know. How can you equate the cost of a mattress to the life of a human being? Can you equate that cost? How can people be making this kind of statements? And some are even calling me and threatening me. This is not madness. Threats have ended a long time ago. threats from the other side, and now threats from within. Long time ago, we're over with those threats. Whatever you want to do, do. And you're even telling me that you're waiting for me in Nigeria. Wonderful. This particular fellow, I'm going public because this has really annoyed me. I'm working with a team of people. I am fully responsible for their security. These are people who have wives, people who have husbands, people who have children. And you are telling me that you are waiting for us here again in Nigeria. That is madness. This same man who made this statement cornered my national coordinator trying to investigate on how we got into Nigeria, what kind of pass we use, what road we use. Are you getting this? Coming from a brother. This same man we're talking about. We're preaching. What are we preaching? We're preaching A and we're practicing B. How can the mattress be too expensive to give to a pregnant woman who needs a mattress to lie on? A mattress can be expensive. What is, am I dreaming? Am I dreaming here? I've not been sleeping all night, receiving calls, threats, and some nonsense for some people. I'm not even going back to the country. I have told some people to apologize. I'm very serious about this. I am very serious about this. I've told some people to apologize. Because people cannot be making money in detention and using the Ayah Foundation to cover up their madness. It is unacceptable. It is unacceptable. Nobody should accept this. Nobody should try to cover this up. We've tried to solve this in-house, and we're still trying to solve this in-house because I think it's the right thing to do to save to save the face of some people who appear, I use the word appear, to be the face of the wahala we are all facing. That's why I've gone gentlemanly for a very long time. I've given them time to withdraw their statements and back off. Withdraw their statements and back off. That is very gentlemanly of me. If they cannot withdraw their statements and back off, then I'm not forced to go public and I say everything I have to say and present proof of what I'm saying. It will not just be words, it will be with proof of what I'm saying. I just give you a simple example. I give you a very simple example. There is my good brother Weber Bruno in detention. I have really gone mad about him because he's siding with evil. But I just understand that he could be under pressure or some kind of duress because there is something in that prison that we don't understand. Our people have been trying to, a number of times, they came up with memos, we calmed them down, that no, you people need to be together. They've tried to carry out strike actions, we can't calm them down. No, you people need to be together. You need yourselves now more than ever. Over and over, we've tried to solve this in-house. If we cannot solve it in-house, if some people continue to be I think they are surprised by popularity and money, then we'll have to go public about it. And it applies to the Ayah Foundation. If you have anything against the Ayah Foundation and you try to call the Ayah Foundation to order and they refuse, go public about it. Public rebuke. Most of us watching are Christians. Public rebuke is better than secret love. So if you call Mr. Ayah and you tell Mr. Ayah that I gave you 200,000 francs, or I use a perfect example, Mecca, Montreal, Canada, those wonderful people in Canada. If they call Mr. Ayah and say, we gave you 2 million francs to provide assistance, which is what they did, to provide assistance to our refugees in Nigeria and those within the country, and we don't see accounts, tries to present to us accounts and proof of what you've done. And Ayah does not do that. They try over and over again, and Ayah does not do that. Mecca, Montreal, Canada, go public and display all the thing in public. That public rebuke at least would save some people from sending money to the Ayah Foundation, which Ayah is possibly using for something else. This is about suffering people. You and I are talking about free. We're sure of having a meal in the next few hours. We're sure of moving around freely, even though they are bullets. But we are better off than those people that are dying in the camps. We had to bring back 8 girls. Only 2 are coming. 7 are pregnant. Among them, my cousin. Do you know what those people are going through in those refugee camps? That the girl is there. She has nothing to do. She has lost everything. Her house has been burned. She has possibly lost her parents. and she has 2 years to be in someone else's country. She's raped by somebody, she's pregnant, the family threatens that you cannot even take the girl, and some people are enjoying themselves in the name of taking care of our people, and people want me to be quiet about this, and they're even threatening me. This is madness. It is unacceptable. If people don't repent, we go public about this. There is no joking about this. No jokes. If people cannot repent, we go public about this. Here we are. We have no more lives on our own. We've put our lives on the line. We are navigating through bullets. We met bullets on our way every time. Bullets on our way going. We'll surely meet bullets on our way coming back. We have enemies on both sides. And some people are joking about this. There is no joke about this. I've already mentioned the names you people have heard. I don't want to call some names because I'm expecting them to repent. If they don't repent, they'll go public about it. If you needed names, you just go through my post. I've posted some things a while ago. I'm keeping some names for now because I want that we stay together. It is important we stay together. This is not about getting some popularity. We don't need that now. This is not about creating division. We don't need that now. This is about taking care of people that are dying. And to take care of those people that are dying, even if it means we put our lives on the line to do that, we will do it. We will do it. This is madness. I'll give you another example. A group in the UK. A group in the UK. I want to call their names for now. A group in the UK. My very good friend, I'll call a name. My very good friend, Fombad Foba in the UK. Can give you more details about that. A group in the UK. When late Pawisi was in detention, was in the hospital, in detention, he came to hospital. I was taking care of Pawisi. And that's one of the things that have made me grow very mad about people in detention. I'm taking care of hospital bills, and people are sitting somewhere saying they paid the bills so that they can cover up their madness. It is unacceptable. We'll expose all those things unless they repent and confess. That group sent money, close to 700,000, so that bills of Pawisi should be taken care of. Close to 700,000. They called me and said, we've sent money, call this person, the person will give you the money, and take care of Pawisi. If I had to wait for that money, Pawisi would have died. He would have died. Sadly, he died some time ago. If I had to wait for that money, he would have died. Till date, that close to 700,000 has disappeared. The group knows, they know themselves. And how can you keep sending money to the same people that are using it to enrich themselves? How can you keep doing that if you're not in complicity with that? You're in complicity with it. How can you keep sending money to the same people are complaining about? How can you keep doing that if you are not in complicity with the nonsense? How can you keep doing it? You know it very well. The Detainees are telling you that we are suffering here and money is being mismanaged. People are not handing us finances well. And you keep using the same people to send money to help people that are dying and people that need assistance. Are you not in complicity with the whole thing? Are you putting up some, maybe you're sharing the goodies? Then when my team goes there, the Detainees are arresting them and asking them and telling them that we've heard that they gave you people 500,000. We've heard that some bills people are claiming that you paid, you didn't pay. How can somebody say that he's in detention? He's paying bills of somebody I'm taking care of in hospital, and that I am collecting the receipts and going with the receipts. Is it not madness? And people are tolerating this. Is it not madness? He's there, he's not there. They're there. It's a gang. Is this not madness? And people can condone this. People are calling me and threatening me. This is mad. The Anglo-Saxon culture is not that kind of culture. The Anglo-Saxon culture I know about. It's about correctness, uprightness, honesty, truth, and justice. That's what I know about the Anglo-Saxon culture. That's what I know about the Anglo-Saxon culture. Now, if we're not ready to speak the truth because we want to protect some people or because there are consequences, no, then we should stop this nonsense and just keep on going with the ordinary. But if we're talking about this Anglo-Saxon culture all of us know about, then we should speak the truth. Speaking the truth means, for example, I came to Nigeria with some support I got from CAS Bambili Ex-Students Association 1995 batch. Very soon, during the day, as I'm moving across, if I get network, I would put up what we did with that money. I will send to them feedback and they will judge. If they are not satisfied, they will call me and say, Mr. Ayah, we are not satisfied with this thing you did. Can you explain to us how you spent our funds? I will explain to them. If they're not satisfied, they try to call me to order at the background, and I don't adjust. I myself, I am inviting them to go public. If they have proof of what they're saying, go public and disown me and tell me I am using the money to do my personal things. I'm even working on foot. I'm even working on foot. The foundation, the Ayah Foundation, will have a car to be moving, because with the car we can do much. We've gotten apartments in Bamenda for Madam Sam Sawyer and some other IDPs. They have to come there. If I had a car, I would have gone there long ago to fit them in those apartments so that they can have a better life for themselves. They're living in the bush. If I had a car, I would do that. I would do 3 of those things at once. I would leave from there and go to Jombe to pay the hospital bills of those. I'm not campaigning for a car. I'm giving an example, please. I'm not campaigning for a car. Don't bother. I'll try to fix that old thing I've left in the garage for more than 9 months now and use. I'll leave there and go to Jombe and meet those our sisters the corpse of their mom has been detained in the hospital. They have a bill of 1.5 million to pay. They need to pay that money. They need the corpse so badly. It's African tradition to go and bury the corpse honorably so life can go on. I'll leave there and go there. Then I leave there and go to Boy and need Majin. But I'm working on food and people are there talking nonsense. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. It is not acceptable. Those who are guilty, let them confess. Oh, let them confess. Let them confess. People should not be sitting somewhere believing they are sending some monies to the Ayah Foundation. The Ayah Foundation doesn't send the monies, and the detainees are grabbing us and cooking our names in the pot. What we know even nothing about. How can somebody be in detention and is paying bills of somebody who is in hospital under my care, and I'm collecting the receipts? I'm collecting the receipts and keeping. I've asked Sister C and Sister C. I quote those names. They know them. Sister C and Sister C. When I took care of Weber, I've asked 2 people, I'm still waiting. When I took care of Weber, I sent to you balance sheets, upwards of 500,000. I sent to you the receipts. I sent to you mobile money snapshots. Snapshots of what I sent to a certain lady who was working in complicity with some bad guy in the detention. I sent to you those mobile money snapshots. I sent to her money. I sent you the money I gave her in cash. I'm not at base now. I'm not at base now, so I cannot have those documentation till I get to base. When I get to base, I'll do a live and present all those things. Please, Sister C and C, send to me those documents so that I can come out with my information I want to put up to the public today, so that we know if I am just making some story because I want to destroy some people's reputation, or what I'm saying is true. Sister C and C, you guys should be sleeping now, but I've sent you a message. Please, I need those informations. I sent to you balance sheets of this. Send them to me. Let me put them up so that the public can judge and see if what did that guy tell me when he called? I'm making money on the struggle on the head of detainees. Do people send me money for detainees? They're gonna get no, please, no, please. If you've said that you've not seen how your money has been spent, call me out. Call me out. Call me out very fast. It's very important, because we cannot be criticizing the blue waters in which we find ourselves, and we are taking people to the deep blue, the deep evil wild valley. In the waters even, they could struggle to paddle themselves and wait for some rescue. In the deep sea of hell, the deep valley of hell, there they won't even have time. Before they even get to the flames, they'll be burnt off into charcoal. So we should stop this politicking. We should stop this madness. I can't be passing out on information, putting my head on the line to save people who are dying in the refugee camps, and to save some others in detention who are grumbling every day about the nonsense that is happening there. And people think I'm just wasting my time. I have nothing to say. What kind of nonsense is this? Nothing to say? I have a lot of things to say. I have a lot of things to say. I have told a certain lady, listen to this, it's important. I have told a certain lady of a certain NGO, I told her through my resource person who talked with her. People have told you to stop bringing food in detention. They have been telling you that indirectly so that you punish those who are in detention. I have told her to come out publicly and call those names. I'm still waiting for her to do that. She complained to us bitterly. She's been giving money there and she doesn't know what the money is being used for. But you didn't give the money to me. You're going there yourself and giving the money to people. So don't complain here. Call out the names of those people. Call them out. Are you listening? People in detention telling somebody not to bring food. Indirectly telling her indirectly not to bring food. So that you punish those who are getting stubborn. What do they mean by those that are getting stubborn? Those that are trying to investigate the corruption that has been existing there for a very long time. See, me turn no fire. My brother Weeba is not watching this video. If what I heard, I'll go to detention and find out. If what I heard from my brother Weeba Bruno, whose bills I paid, I was with him day and night in the hospital till he got well. If he sided with this madness, thought I would God forgive me, brother Weeba, Nemesis will catch up with you. Nemesis will catch up with you. You are in the hospital. Sorry, you're in detention. I don't have a phone. You can't watch this. You are in the hospital, Mr. Weeba. When people were calling me from abroad, telling me that they're given money for your bills to be paid. That's why I'm not claiming I'm paying the bills. You were there. You had the calls. You're in detention now, trying to support evil. You had the calls. You insisted I tell you who are those calling. I said, don't bother. I am paying the bills. Get well and go back to detention. I don't want to fight there. And you can go now and go and side with evil. Nemesis will catch up with you. It will catch up with you. It will catch up with you so badly. If you're doing this, it will catch up with you so badly, you won't even repent. And people are even lying. In African tradition, don't lie on the heads of dead men. People are even lying on the heads of dead men. On the heads of dead men. Those of you who know, let me sit down. I'm packing my bag to go back to Cameroon. Those of you who know, those of you who know Mama Vitalis, those of you who are living in Kumbo, those of you who know late Vitalis' wife, just go to her immediately and call her. I don't have my phone here, the number is there. Just go there and ask her. Who was paying the bills, running around? Her husband was almost dying. At a certain point, they even told